Hey guys, Chris and Alex here, and we are the Genuine Weebs. In the middle there, you see Jillian, who is not so weeb. Um, I am
That's cute.
Chris. Middle is Jules. To the far right is Alex, who does not have a webcam, so you can't see his beautiful face. But today, we're doing our very first episode on Genuine Weebs, which is a first impression series where we all watch an anime for about 2 to 3 episodes, and we talk about it. And our very first anime that we're doing this is on Megalobox. So, if you don't know what Megalobox is, it's a boxing anime that is very, very similar in style to Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. It's kind of futuristic because they use like power suits to box, even though. Okay, is there a reason why they should be using power suits? If you think about it, like, yeah, I legit think it's just like, oh, we need this shit to look cooler. Give them fucking power armor.
Makes a good plot point.
Actually, that's true. That's true. And let's get into it first with the characters. Let's talk about our boy Junk Dog, aka Joe. How'd you guys feel about Joe as the main character of the series?
Dude, he has a sexy voice.
Bruh, for real. No lie.
Whoever voice acted that guy, oh my god.
Yeah.
Megalobox voice actor.
I'm just saying, if they do an English dub, Joe's gotta be voiced by, what's his name? Stephen Bloom, the guy who does Spike and Mugen from Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. His voice would fit Junk Dog perfectly, dude.
Yo, so the dude who legit voiced Junkyard Dog or
Junk
Joe,
Dog.
whatever. Junk Dog. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy and paste.
Okay.
His name is Hasoya Yoshimasu.
Okay.
I don't even know if I said it right, but
Probably
this is what
not.
it looks like. He looks pretty cute. I don't know. I don't think.
Did you post it on the Discord? Like,
Yeah.
Let me. Goddamn! Look at this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Ooh.
dude, he's pretty.
Ooh.
He's pretty fuego, dude.
Pretty fire, Millie. Pretty fire. All right. So
We all
besides
do.
Junk Dog's voice actor and his obvious good look, along with the character's good look, how do you feel about him as a character? Because personally, I want to say one thing. One thing they do right with Junk Dog is I actually feel like he's an underdog. Like in most animes, I have this problem where they portray a certain like protagonist as an underdog, and then all of a sudden they have like a super fucking OP power. But for the couple episodes I watched, Junk Dog doesn't seem that OP. He definitely has a skill, but he's not like quite there yet on like the levels as like say Yuri, who we'll talk about in a second. And that's something I'm actually really enjoying, that he legitimately seems like an underdog.
Dude, like, was it the second episode? I know I kind of skipped ahead of the episodes that we decided.
The second episode is where Yuri and Junk Dog actually fight.
Yuri and Junk Dog.
Yeah, the Russian dude.
Yeah, where he goes into the ring.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's like, "Yo, fight me, bro," and he's like, "I'm not even supposed to be fighting here, bro." And then he's like, "I'm not gonna use my right arm because I am OP Desu."
Actually, that's a great point. That's actually something I want to talk about, which is like another reason why I think they're portraying him perfectly as an underdog. He didn't kick Yuri's ass at all, but at the same time, he won and he lost against Yuri, and that's why I'm glad the way they're taking this, because he won in the sense that he actually kind of forced Yuri to use his other hand, even though I feel like that's going to be a completely different plot point on why that happened later. But he also completely got fucking trashed. But I feel like that's a good way to establish that he's an underdog. That you give him a win even though he took a major loss.
Yeah, and the other big loss too is that Junk Dog was able to make Yuri stoop down to his level and come to the underground ring. Well, he's supposed to be like under an owner.
And okay, can we talk about how fucking cool that last line of the first episode is? They don't make tombstones for stray dogs. I was like,
Dude, you
I
know
was like, bruh, when he dropped that, oh my god, I nutted. Dude, like that's a fucking badass line, dude. I was like, oh my god.
Drew me into to continue watching.
It reminds me of Cowboy Bebop, like at the end where it's like not dead yet.
Oh yeah.
That shit reminds me of Cowboy Bebop, like 100%. It's like getting the aesthetic of a desert punk, that anime, and mixing it with Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, and like another thing I really like about his character is his confidence. Because again, going back to the underdog thing, I feel like confidence has to be like a major part of the underdog. Because I don't like underdogs that are like, oh, I don't think I could do this, but if I try, maybe I will. Like, nah, Junk Dog's super fucking confident in his abilities to the point where it's kind of cocky, but it's endearing in a way, if you get me. And I feel like that's very, very. I think that's also very important that you don't give him like that. What's the best way to put it? Like that Conor McGregor level of cockiness. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck everybody up and this and that. Like, fuck you, you're all below me. Like, nah. He's cocky that he believes in his skill, and he's cocky in the sense that he wants to test his skill against anybody, no matter who they are. Which is another reason why I really, really like Junk Dog as a character. And I mean, if you're watching this by now, you should know Junk Dog he names himself Joe in the second episode. And the reason, I don't know if you guys noticed that scene where they're like, Joe. The reason why that's such a there's so much emphasis on that scene is because apparently Megalobox is actually a reimagining of another anime series called Ashito no Jo. And Ashito no Jo is yet another boxing anime, and Megalobox is actually a reimagining of that because Ashito no Jo's 20th anniversary is actually just happened, which is why at the end of the ending credits, why you could see like a 20 and then just some Japanese symbols. That's just supposed to be for Ashito no Jo. And so that whole scene with them naming him Joe is supposed to be like a big wink to the audience that knows about Ashito no Jo.
Bro, that's dope.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Yuri as... Well, I'm going to guess I don't want to say he's going to be the main antagonist, but he's clearly going to be slated as the rival of the series. How do you guys...
like the way how he looks.
Yeah, I kind of don't. He looks too pretty boy for me. Like, they're trying to give him that classy, like, Rocky Balboa, like, Russian rival. Like, what's his name? Drago. But I feel like it's too... What's the best way to anime for what they're trying to go for?
No, he looks... His body looks very, like, not proportionate to an actual human body.
I mean, that's a lot of animes, dude.
No, but, like, it's weird because he has this long nose and then a very long rectangle head. And it's just, like, everything about him is rectangle. Like, it's weird.
Yeah. One thing I found interesting about Yuri is how fucking offended he got to when, Joe said, like, oh, like, fighting is nothing more than just instinct. I feel that adds like a certain level to his character that they're not going to get until later. But the fact that pissed him off enough to make him stoop to like Junk Dog's levels to actually go and seek him out kind of speaks a lot to his character. And I noticed there's a lot of symbolism with dogs and the fighters. Yeah. Especially like in the opening, and there's also I don't remember this was in the second episode, but when the owner of Yuri finds out like, oh, so you've been like going out behind my back, are you not going to do that again? Yuri's outside with his dog, and as soon as he says like, yes, I will like, yes, I'm never gonna do that again, I promise, his dog like sits down immediately, which is like a cool little thing I noticed too. I'm like, hey, there's like clearly a connection between like the dogs and the fighters, which kind of goes back into like what Junk Dog is saying about fighting being nothing more than instinct. And finally, is there anything else you guys want to add on Yuri?
Yeah, I just don't like him.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, they did a really good job of making him super intimidating, but also really driving home the fact that he's obviously not human, but not giving away too much in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, there's definitely
he's been altered.
Yeah, there's definitely something more to that, and that's why I said like about Joe's victory, about making him use his other hand during the fight. Like, I feel like that's definitely going to be a plot point later on, because even the shocked expression that happened when, like, Yuri was kind of like, wait, what the fuck when that happened, so that's definitely going to be a plot point later. And finally, let's get into Junk Dog's coach, whose name, oh god, I forgot his name.
Papa.
That's
all I know.
Yeah, let's call him Papa. Nabu. How do you guys feel about Nabu? Because I feel like he's a scumbag, but he's very endearing in his own way.
Dude, okay, so was it the second episode where, like he's all like, the Yakuza guy gives him the knife? And I was like, damn, dude, that's how he got...
That's how he lost his eye?
Yep. Yeah. That made me, like, where he's like, the other eye, and I was like, god damn!
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But... yeah, like, it's weird because, like, he clearly is portrayed as a scumbag in certain areas, but he's also very, very endearing in others. And, like,
so the way that I see it is that he's obviously manipulative, and he's using Joe or Junk Dog for his own advantage, obviously. And I don't know if I picked up on it or if I'm just talking out of my butt, but I it seems like he's doing this to pay off debts that he owes to
Oh yeah.
the
Oh
to
yeah.
Yakuza. So in a way, he's using Junk Dog to his advantage to throw fights, make money, and
Mhm.
pay off his debts. But at the same time, he's also making um, Junk Dog throw these fights to protect him from the professional level. Because obviously, at a professional level, he's gonna be getting hurt a lot more, and just
Oh
there's
yeah.
going to be more fighting or more legit fighting, more pain, and more just suffering. So he's like sheltering them, but in a very manipulative way.
Yeah, because it's weird because you could clearly tell at certain points that like Nabu legitimately cares about Joe, and he cares like he kind of, I don't want to say he cares about his overall well-being because he's also forcing him to fucking throw fights. Like, I'm okay. He's forcing him to throw fights, which is obviously like causing damage to his body. But I don't know. I'm curious to see how the relationship goes because like there's that level of like compassion that he gives a shit about Joe, and I feel like he knows more about this sport than he lets on, especially at the professional level. Which is why I feel like, again, like some people can interpret like his actions as like, oh, he doesn't want to let go of Joe because he'll go to a professional level and leave him. I feel like there's a level of like he knows the shit that goes on the professional level, and his own way, he's trying to protect them.
Well, he kind of does say that in the fight. He's like, if you go professional, you're gonna end up dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess he's seen it before. With like,
Yeah, it seems like he's coached at a professional level before, and that's the kind of hint that I get is that he's seen the bad side of it, so he's in a
Mm-hmm.
way protecting Joe.
if you actually pay attention to like opening of the anime,
Which is dope,
like
by the way.
yeah, the
Yeah.
music for this is dope. But like the point I want to drive home is that you don't see any other character. It's kind of weird because every single anime opening shows all the
All the
characters,
characters. Mm-hmm.
but this one doesn't. It just shows a junkyard dog and a motorcycle, right?
Well,
And
yeah, and like it's clearly a connection between the two, the wolf and Junk Dog.
yeah, but the one thing that gets me is that there's this like one scene where there's a bunch of dogs, like beaten up dogs,
Oh
falling.
yeah.
And for me, I'm thinking like those are all the junkyard dogs that Nanbun has
Oh, that has gone through.
uh yeah, so he like
Hmm.
Joe is not the first one. There's been many before him that have failed and that
That's
have
a really
died.
interesting interpretation of that, actually. I
Because
didn't even think of that way.
at the end of each thing is like not dead yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Who is it pertaining to? Is it pertaining to Nambu or is it pertaining to Joe? Because Joe feels like he's always doing the same thing, not
Mm-hmm.
living, but
Mm-hmm.
Nambu's all like this fighter's not dead yet. You
Yeah,
know? So
yeah, because in a way, it could pertain to both. Because like
yeah.
that cockiness level of Joe, like even though he's getting his ass beat, like he'll still get up and be like, "Hey, I'm not dead yet. Keep going." And at the same
Yeah.
time, what you're saying, maybe Nabu has been through like so many fighters and he's seen so many of them die because they try to go into professional level. That yeah, maybe that whole line is actually his conscience thinking,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, he's not dead yet. He's still with me." That's actually a really really interesting interpretation of that. But anything else, Dad?
Dude, the music?
Yeah, I was about to say, let's go on
Oh
to the music.
yes.
Dude, the fucking music. Oh my god. Dude, holy shit. Especially that bridge scene. Can we talk about that bridge scene too? Like how everything just comes together to hype up that fight between
Yeah.
Yuri and Junk Dog?
Yeah.
Like that bridge scene is a perfect like combination of art and music. Oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
That's what
god.
like kind of helped drag me to continue watching the show because this is, I mean, it's the first anime I'm watching, and it's
Mhm.
like, um, it took some getting used to the animation and everything, and getting used to reading the subtitles. But I mean,
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I really enjoyed the stories, or the story of it. But
Mhm.
what really kind of drove it home was how well they incorporated music to
Mhm.
into the storyline to enhance the storyline, and it doesn't get in the way of the dialogue,
Mhm.
and how well it mixes different styles of music.
Yeah.
Because normally, I mean, you think of different movies or different shows or whatever, there's a consistent genre or style of music throughout. And Megalobox did a great job in the first two episodes of having different styles of music while adding to the story, and it's not
Mhm.
distracting. The music is just amazing.
Yeah, like I do agree with that different styles because like it goes from like rap to like something I would like describe as borderline EDM. Like and plus
Even
and
some
then it
like
goes into
rock
a mix.
stuff.
Yeah, and rock. Well, the opening is straight up
Yeah.
rock, which also a really great song. And like even then, like it mix and mashes all those genres together at the same time in certain areas too. But
Also, the ending, the end credit
yeah,
song
the
for
end
the
credit song is
first
pretty dope
series.
too. That song is fucking
Yeah.
fire, dude.
I
I
don't
don't, I
even
don't
know
know
what
what
it's
she's saying.
called.
Yeah, I don't know what she's saying. I don't know what the lyrics are, but that shit's fire.
Bro, it's
Like,
obviously Monica from Doki Doki.
Oh
uh...
damn! Yo, if you guys are listening to this video, if you guys know what the song is, post it in the comments section below.
For real.
actually,
Please.
hold up. I saw on the anime subreddit supposedly the opening and both the ending are on Spotify.
But the actual song, like, what's the
No,
song
no, no,
name?
like the
Like, who
actual.
made it?
I don't know. Oh, the actual song name.
Yeah, I just found it.
Oh, what's?
I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce this.
Yeah, I'll pronounce it, dude. I have the Weeaboo tongue.
Yeah, we got the Weeaboo tongue. We got you.
Post it
Y'all
in the
gotta
Discord.
remember.
I'm typing it.
Yeah, y'all gotta remember. Jules is still new to this. This is our way of indoctrinating him into anime.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, you want what is it? What is it?
It's Kakate Kiyo. Kakate
Kakate Koyo?
Kakate Koyo by
Kakate Koyo?
Nakamaria Emi.
And this is the opening or the ending?
That's the ending. The opening is just called Megalobox.
Shit.
All
That's
right,
cool.
so
That's cool. I love it when they have like an original song for the opening.
And there's another one in the soundtrack that's just a bunch of Asian characters that I don't.
That's how you
that
know
you
it's
can't
fire, dude.
you
That's
can't
how you
even
know it's
play it.
fire.
You know, it's not even available on Spotify
Yeah. I
and
would like
region locks.
I would like to say though, like again, like this soundtrack, it gives me like New Jobbiz vibes. It gives me New Jobbiz vibes from like Samurai Champloo and his own work from Spiritual State and all that. Like again, like there's clearly heavy influences from the Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo series, especially with like the animation style in its own in a way. But
Yeah, I should get on Cowboy.
you really should fucking get on Cowboy. Oh my god, Cowboy. But moving on, let's talk about now that we talk about the music. Let's talk about the animation, because the thing that sets this apart from all the current animes this season is the fact that it's trying to emulate the same cell shading styles that you find in the 90s. Again, going back to Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop. If you would have told me that Megalobox came out in the same era as those two animes, I would have believed you. Like when I first watched it, I was like, "Wait, when did this come out? I thought it was new." And yeah, it's from 2018, but the actual animation style is very reminiscent of the stuff that you find in the 90s and early 2000s. And again, and like going into that, it works out very much in its favor. Like I feel like this is absolutely the best, like this is the best aesthetic choice they could have gone with, and it just enhances the entire experience. Because there's some fucking eye catchers in this show, dude. Like there's some eye catchers that you're just like, damn, that's beautiful.
like the neons, how like the neon lights like legit like stay for a period of time. You know how like when they meet on the bridge
Oh yeah.
and he meets Yuri for the first time, and then when they drive away in their like Mercedes or whatever you call that, like the red lights just stood behind the car like if it was like still moving.
Yeah, like I will say, if any of you that are watching that really want are curious about this, but don't know if you're gonna pull the trigger, check out that bridge scene. I think that bridge scene is probably the best you could get out of an example of the art style, of the characters, and of the music. Like that bridge scene was just like fucking to me when I first watched it. I was like, holy shit, dude, this is an anime right here.
It's a good tune.
And then let's see, going on to the overall story, how are you guys liking this whole arc of like Junk Dog needs to rise up to the top to escape the mafia?
I felt like I've seen it way too many times, and I'm just gonna guess the ending right
Tell me.
here. He's gonna make it to the top, right?
Okay.
And then the Yakuza is gonna be like the last match. The Yakuza is gonna be like, throw it.
Oh my god.
Throw it, or else we're gonna kill Nambun or something like that.
Fuck
How much you want to bet?
Oh my god, that's a really good theory.
Because look.
Oh.
When the Yakuza guy, you know, when Nanbu tells the Yakuza guy, "Hey, we're gonna get into megalomania or whatever they call it, right?
Yeah.
The big leagues," and he's all like, "All right, you get off scot free if you make it into a megalonia, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he doesn't have to win.
That's right. They didn't specify that he had to win. That's
No, he says as long as he makes it.
Yeah, holy shit. Oh god. And then
That's
knowing
what I
Junk Dog, so as much as I see right now, I feel like Junk Dog, regardless, I think he'll still like not like I don't know what the outcome of that fight would be. Maybe he'll lose, maybe he'll win. I still don't know about the overall like how the story like how brave these writers are. Because having Junk Dog go all the way just to lose would be pretty fucking crazy.
Well, if you think about it, he comes from throwing fights. So at
Yeah.
the end of the series, it makes sense for whatever he's tied into comes back and bites him.
That's actually another thing. I wonder if they're gonna go a realistic route and have the actual damage. Because this dude, like, he fucking gets his ass beat for a living. That accumulates damage on your body over time. I wonder in the later stages of the anime, when we're getting to the finale, I wonder if that's gonna come, like, if that's gonna come and bite him in the ass. Like, maybe he takes a regular hit and he's like, wait, what the fuck? How come that hurt me way more than it should have? Like, what? Like, I wonder if they're gonna go a route where they're gonna show that Junk Dog's body is actually fucking shutting down because he's taken so much damage because of his prior history.
Mhm.
Which again, that's another concern for the actual finale if he makes it to Yuri. Because if he makes it to Yuri and then Yuri is like the top dog, and then Junk Dog already has damage, it's like,
Mhm.
where are they gonna go with this? Like, this is one of the few animes that actually has me wondering, wait, can he actually do it? You know? Like, I'm actually kind of guessing. Like, I'm actually kind of wondering, like, can he actually win? Because most animes, like, like, you just watch it and you're like, okay, like, he's a protagonist. He's gonna win, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like this anime is brave enough to even explore areas where, like, yeah, maybe there's not a happy ending to the story or not. And that's just the way how our universe is. And
Mhm.
that's another reason why I think, yo, this is a really fucking good anime, dude.
That's why I dug it, honestly, because I mean, way too often in just any other form of American entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
it's this underdog story, but you see in the first battle between the underdog and the main antagonist or the main rival, whoever it is, that the underdog loses, but there's still that chance shown that he could have won or that he
Mm-hmm.
has the ability to with some refinement. But
Uh-huh.
in Junk Dog's case, he just gets absolutely slaughtered by Yuri.
Fucking
And it's
with
like the
one
only
hand.
yeah,
With
and the
one
only
hand.
edge that Joe has is the grit and the heart. But he's
Mm-hmm.
like he's not able to bang with Yuri himself or his gear.
On a technical level, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's what I don't know, like that's what I find so fascinating. And again, going back to that whole underdog thing, like that ties in perfectly. Like again, that's why I feel like he's such a perfect underdog character because I legitimately do not know if he's gonna fucking come out on top at the end. And I feel like that's an aspect that a lot of people don't understand about when they write underdogs. Is that an underdog's an underdog because there's a slight chance that they may win, but there's a very, very high chance that they won't. And Junk Dog so far has been probably one of the best portrayals of an underdog I've ever seen in an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, but such a fucking good anime. Like I'm definitely gonna keep checking this one out. I mean, we're through the series. We're gonna come up with more episodes of Genuine Weebs, and it's gonna cover different animes. But like this one is definitely one I plan to stick with. All right,
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
And what would you guys rate it out of 10? Like what you've seen right now?
like the intro to the series, like the
Yeah,
first two
basically.
episodes. Honestly, hmm. I don't want to go like fucking chill and say a 10-10. Yeah. Mm.
I mean, I'll be that shield because since I haven't seen an anime,
Okay.
it did a really good job of dragging me in, getting me used to the animation style and the subtitle reading because the dialogue wasn't heavy, so it was very introduction friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So just the overall introduction to anime through this show, through the first two episodes, I'd give it either a 9 or 10,
Yeah.
just
Like.
because it grips you and it does a really good job of gripping you in the first two episodes. And from what I've heard from other people I mean, not just with anime, but with any shows. There's way too many shows where they're like, "Oh, just watch the first 6 episodes," or "Oh, just watch the first season." This did a really good job of dragging me in the first two.
And like, I'm a big offender of supporting an anime that is exactly like that, which is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because not a lot of people can get through the first act of JoJo. And I completely understand, because even I had to like kind of power through it. I mean, it picks up, but the first act of JoJo is JoJo is definitely one of those where it's like, yeah, you need to power through the first act, and then it gets really good. But yeah, but off the bat, like, Megalo box really fucking grips you. Like, I'm definitely dead set on a 9, but I'm wondering if I want to give it that 10. I'm wondering if I want to give it that 10. What do you think, Alex?
I want to give it a 7.5.
That's good because Alex is picky.
Yeah,
Not
actually,
just with anime, with everything.
yeah, you guys got. That's one thing y'all gotta know about Alex is that he's super fucking picky. So
Yeah.
7.5 for an anime. For an anime, I mean, technically, you can label this as an action anime, which is like Alex's like
Yeah.
least liked genre.
I don't like action anime.
Yeah,
There's certain
at
action
that,
animes like a stomach, so this one barely passes.
at that, it's an action anime combined with sports, so it's a sports action anime, and
Yeah.
both of those are like fucking at the bottom of Alex's list of shit I like in an anime. So you giving it a 7.5 is actually like, oh shit, that's not bad.
What really docked it is that, okay, so first of all,
Hit me.
the world isn't built that.
Okay.
They didn't build it that much. They try to build it, but they only mention it like it was like, oh, you live on the other side of the track. That's all they say, but they never actually like show it.
And they don't, and like I'm guessing it's because like they also don't show enough of like Yuri's side of his life, where he's actually in the luxury of the sport, while Junk Dog is in the slums of it.
And then Junk Dog doesn't have a ID, right? He doesn't have his papers.
Yeah.
And he needs his papers to sign up for the thing, but since he's part of the Yakuza's like, oh well, I'm just gonna make you a fake ID. Here you go. And you're like, what? And then they're like, they seldomly mention that they had to kill a person, right? And then they took his ID card, erased his name, and they put Joe's name on it. But it was very quick. It was very quick.
To be fair, Yakuza has that kind of pattern.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
Because I feel like that's a cultural thing, though. Because like, if you told like Japan, like, oh, like if you went to Japan and asked like somebody like, oh, so what's the Yakuza capable of? They're gonna be like, boy,
anything and everything. I swear to you.
Yeah, but I could definitely see why. Yeah, I could definitely see why that was like kind of a dock in your point of view, though.
But can we talk about the fact that he's a sovereign citizen? So when are we gonna get an episode of him driving and a cop pulls him over and he's like, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. I'm a sovereign citizen, sir.
Are you fucking serious right now? Is this where you want to go? Is this really when
we're talking about anime?
Bro.
Not
You really want to diss our boy Junk Dog like that?
Junk Dog's a sovereign citizen, brother.
You really want to do our boy Joe like that? Jesus, I hate you.
Bro, as soon as I read that line, I was like, oh my god. It's a worldwide thing.
To be fair, it's not his choice. Junk Dog seems like the type of dude that's just like, I'll go where the fuck I want. Actually,
he'll travel wherever.
Oh my god, he literally is a sovereign citizen. He goes where the fuck. No.
Damn, this just became a 3 out of 10.
Bro, there's gonna be like one episode where a cop rolls in on Joe when he's in a fucking. He's not even gonna be in his bike anymore. He's gonna be in like a car. And then he's gonna like slowly roll up his windshield and put like a piece of paper of that fucking law or whatever that they always use.
I know my rights.
I know my rights. Bro. But going back to my rating. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I'm just gonna give it a 10. I'm just gonna give it a 10 because, again, I'm a fucking sucker for the overall aesthetic that they have. I'm a sucker of the influences that you can see from Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. I'm digging the characters. I'm digging the world. Like, and just to going forward, just to let y'all know, like, I'm also very easy to please. I will admit that I'm very, very easy to please. Yeah, Julie knows. But yeah, like, you know what? I'm just gonna say fuck it. It's a 10-10 in my book. Like, this anime isn't fully out yet. It's still like, I think as of today, it's on episode 7 and I think it's gonna have 13 episodes. And even then, this is one of the few animes where I'm like, I can't wait. I gotta watch. And I don't do
Only
that with
13?
animes. I don't do that with animes. Like, I'm so used to like having the full series available and just blowing through it. And there's so many animes that I legitimately enjoy, like Overlord that got season 2, that I still haven't picked up because it was still ongoing with the second season. But I guess that's the reason why I could give Megalo Box a 10/10 is that I'm willing to say fuck it. The weekly wait is worth it to me. I'll watch it as it goes. So yeah. Woo. Megalo Box. Some good shit.
7.5 out of 10.
Shut the fuck up, Alex.
2 genuine thumbs up.
Half a genuine.
You give it
Okay.
at least 1 thumbs up, Alex.
You're
Bullshit.
just saying half a thumb because you get yours blown off in a firework accident.
Oh damn.
And you can't confirm that because you don't get a webcam.
Hashtag Picante Nino does have them.
It's a shame what happened to his chin
Has
too.
thumb, one thumb. One thumb.
Picante Nino has thumb. Okay, so there you have it. That was our first episode of Genuine Weebs. We haven't exactly picked the next series we want to do on this, so if y'all have any suggestions on what you might want us to look at, I kind of have a few in mind. I have a few in mind, which is My Hero Academia, since none of us has checked it out, and everybody and their mother in the anime community fucking loves it at the moment.
And Steins Gate.
Alex wants
Wow.
Steins Gate, which, you know, maybe.
It's good.
Maybe. Or what's that anime where
Dude, the GOAT.
but don't
One Piece.
All
What's
right,
that?
so next
We
episode we
gotta do
won't
the
have
first
Jiggles on.
2,000 episodes.
What about Keijo, that anime where the girls battle with their butts?
Are you serious?
I'm
Do you want to get demonetized?
Can you please type that title for me?
Boy, I'll send you
Oh,
the
no.
link for it on Crunchyroll.
It's
I
like
got you.
Mortal Kombat with butt.
Yeah, it's Mortal Kombat, but it's like Mortal Kombat, and if you mix like a little bit of JoJo's like absurdity into one, it's fucking
Bruh.
Keijo, and they literally just battle with their butts and boobs. You know what? Fuck it, that might be the next one. I'm just saying.
No, dude.
I'm-
Dude. I already watched it. Dude. You're gonna feel so ashamed.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Nothing shames
I
me.
watched the whole thing.
Did you watch? You watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right,
but
so
what
we'll
is
see you
that,
guys sometime soon. I don't know because we don't have a set schedule for this. Cause
Eventually.
yeah,
Soon. Trademark from Gun Media.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, if we see that this like gets a decent amount of views, we'll probably like get on it real fucking quick. If you guys like legitimately enjoy it, but if not, if you're new here, if you like the video, you should like the video, and if you like us, you should subscribe. Because I will say, if you subscribe though, expect a lot more content other than this going from video games. We will have anime content. We're still coming up with new content. Our main focus is games, but we are branching out into anime shit like this. And if you didn't like us, I'm sorry. We'll try better next time.
No, if you don't like it, there's the door. We don't need you.
Please don't. That's what
You're
all the
thought.
stop. That's what all the F13 players said to the community, and now they're down to
Bruh.
fucking 300 people on Steam. They're-
Shots fired. Bang bang.
I'll fire so many shots on those motherfuckers. Oh my god. Actually,
Oh my
okay.
God, is that a butt?
Yeah, that's a butt.
Yeah, Keijo, dude.
They got butt grapples too, so like
Yeah, dude. Fucking crazy. Oh, dude, look at Julian's face. Look at Julian's face. He's into it right now. Holy shit. He's converted. He's a born again weeaboo.
here you go. There's a butt grapple. I posted
What
it.
the
Bruh.
Bruh, is that butt docking?
Oh my god. Alright, I think I should end this before it gets worse. We'll see you guys next time with a new anime. And if not, there's a fucking mosquito in my room.
Skeeter
If
season.
not, we'll see you with more content. I'm gonna go kill a mosquito.
Skeeter season.
Skeeter. I'll say bye, guys.
Skeeter
Bye.
season.